Kings Island. I'm so excited to be here. This is definitely one of our like big bucket list amusement parks in the country. You have 16 freaking roller coasters here.
What a day we have ahead of us right now.
Yeah, Orion, Diamondback, Banshee, Mystic Timbers. I think I'm most excited for that. The Beast, the legendary Beast. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, yeah, it's gonna be
Snoopy Soapbox Racer.
Snoopy's, duh, it's the main reason here.
Brand new, baby.
Camp Snoopy, baby, brand new, 2024. And we might actually be heading there first. With our Gold Pass, we can get in early entry, 30 minutes early. And Diamondback and Snoopy's are the two roller coasters that the website anyway says are open for early entry.
That will help us start the day off with a bang.
We've been bamboozled before though with early entry and Cedar Fair. But they're all Six Flags parks now. It's gonna still take some getting used to, but yeah, hopefully the rides that they say are open for early entry are actually open for early entry.
Yep, and we have a hot day ahead of us too. So we brought our waters and we brought our sunblock.
And we know they don't have Pepsi Oasis here, so
we got spoiled.
We got spoiled at Holiday World, yeah. But it's gonna be a great day, and very excited. We'll see you in there. You couldn't tell, Grand Carnival is going on. Beautiful entrance.
The music, the vibe,
yeah. Very similar to King's Dominion. I think I slightly prefer King's Dominion. There's like more trees and stuff, but this is very nice.
Yeah, very pretty.
And the main reason we're here, Camp Snoopy. Yep. Then we're just gonna hit a Snoopy Soapbox Racer, do some other Snoopy rides, and get out of here.
Yeah. You gonna earn your beads today, Reg?
Oh yeah, I'm getting more beads than anyone.
Alrighty, let's see. Woo!
Yep. Main man himself.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Doggy Dogg. Alright, so we've done both Vekoma family boomerangs in America now. And it's funny, they're like 3 hours away from each other.
Yeah.
Built in the same exact, built like a week apart from each other. I like this one a lot better.
Me too. It definitely had some forces, whereas I felt Good Gravy was a little force less.
Exactly, yeah, you get like a decent pop of airtime here, decent positive G's on the turnaround there.
Felt a little fast.
Yeah, going backwards, I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool. Yeah.
We were the only people on there without a kid, which I thought was funny, but we're kids at heart, so.
Also, the trains are more comfortable too. The ones on Good Gravy, like, there's like these things in front of your shins that are like sheet metal that like just cut your shins, and this one's a lot more comfortable.
Agreed. Yep. So overall, better ride.
Overall, Snoopy Soapbox Racer's better. Good Gravy has better theming though.
For sure.
That can't be beat.
No.
All right, I think we're gonna go check out Diamondback next. That's the other coaster open for early entry. It's a cool sign. We had to walk around for a while to try to find somewhere that wasn't blasting super loud music.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued by anybody.
And we found it right by the Eiffel Tower here. All right, so I just got off back row Diamondback. I really like the staggered wing seating on some of these B&M hypercoasters like this has, and it's not Intimidator, what are they calling that thing? Thunder Striker now at Carowinds. So yeah, back row ride. What do you think?
I was surprised by the forces and the airtime. We watched it go over the hill a few times before we got on it, and it's definitely kind of slow right now.
Yeah, it's first thing in the morning, so it's definitely going to warm up later in the day. But that being said, airtime on every single one of those hills, I'd say already. And yeah, like B&M Hypers this early in the morning, there's going to be some dud hills because they are going slower than they normally would. Not on this one. That drop in the back row is awesome. 215 feet down, 80 miles per hour, over 5,000 feet of track. This is a long one.
It was. I definitely got nitro vibes from it. I love a good B&M Hyper, so.
It's got the nitro rattle, that's for sure.
I didn't think it was so bad.
Oh, no, not bad at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll see, but yeah, definitely not bad at all. It's a very enjoyable ride. Definitely one of the better B&M Hypers in my opinion.
And that splashdown at the end, I actually kind of got wet on this side, so that was kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I was on the right, she was on the left. Both of our arms got a little bit wet. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I wasn't expecting it.
Bird radio. I think we're about to enter Area 72, getting some extraterrestrial vibes, I guess.
We are not alone.
We are not alone, guys. All right, so Ryan's having some maintenance issues. It has not cycled yet today. The employee just told us.
Don't do this to us.
They better get that one fixed. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Literally.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a big one.
Yeah, the biggest one.
It's the biggest hyper coaster in the world. I'm not calling it a Giga because it's not. It looks like a Giga coaster though.
It does. I didn't know.
All right, looks like the queue for the racer is open. So we're gonna check this bad boy out next. Oh, it's got an ace landmark. Nice.
History.
History, baby.
Yeah, we love it here.
We do love our history here on Adventure Bikes.
We love our learning. Book learning and thinking.
On another lane aisle, please stop down. Once again, if you're wearing a red shirt, thank you.
All right, so we just rode the red side of Racer. The blue side was closed, so it was kind of missing its main draw, the racing element there. So that's unfortunate. Maybe they'll open it up later today. Who knows?
Wait, that was a walk-on, so I don't think they could fill 2 trains if they wanted to right now. So.
Yeah, there's like nobody here in this park.
Knock on wood right now.
So far, yeah, it's very empty. It is a Tuesday, so maybe we'll be lucky in that regard. What did you think?
I thought for a ride built in, 1977?
1972.
1972, smoother than I thought it was going to be, tamer than I thought it was going to be. I assumed there'd be some kind of rattle and maybe some pain, and I didn't get that.
And
so
we were in the back car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very, very smooth, like glass smooth. Like they're maintaining this thing very well. It was
taking good care of it.
It was good fun. Good pops to floater airtime throughout. Some hills weren't doing much, but that might change later in the day.
Exactly. I'm glad we didn't wait for it. I don't know if I'd wait in a long line for this.
Yeah, it's not the most thrilling roller coaster, but very smooth, very good family wooden roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it.
It does its job. Yep. And that's one of the coolest roller coaster signs I've ever seen.
Going to it back.
Alrighty, just got off a front row ride on Banshee. What did you think?
I had so much fun. That was really fast, and I loved all the elements, and kind of got a lot of, well, not hang time quite, but you were suspended for so long over that one arch.
The inline twist at the end, yeah, very slow inversion. That's very unique on a B&M invert, and this is actually overall a unique layout for a B&M invert. Like the order it takes elements in is interesting. It starts off with a very steep drop, which I love.
It was really cool.
Into the dive loop there, good forces there, and then into the vertical loop. Most of these just go right into the vertical loop, so let's change it up a bit. I kind of like that.
Me too.
On top of that, the 0G roll and another loop as well. After the first loop, though, I feel like it loses its intensity a bit, and other B&M inverts are more forceful throughout. That being said, there's a great sense of speed on this one. 68 miles per hour, we were in the front row, so we did get that. My one big complaint about this, it has the vest restraints, and I just prefer the older restraints so much better. After that first vertical loop, it just clamped down on me, and like I felt it for the rest of the ride. But I mean, it is what it is.
I think I enjoyed it a lot more than you. I actually am looking forward to a rewrite on that. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. Yeah, start to finish, I was just having a great time.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try that in the back row.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll probably be more intense back there for sure. Maybe I'll change my mind on it, but it is a good solid ride. I just prefer most other B&M inverts over this. Still a solid ride though, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Those are always great. Yeah, one of my favorite ride models anyway, so good time.
Absolutely, and one of the best coaster sign I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really cool.
All
I
right.
get a t-shirt later.
Then we're gonna go try the Bet next because we're standing right next to it. This is actually my first aero suspended coaster ever, and yours too, right?
Mine too. Yeah, that was a good.
Yeah.
Yes, and I definitely have.
So yeah, this should be interesting.
I'm
These
excited.
cars swing side to side, so I'm very interested to see what that feels like.
Should be unique.
Should be very unique. Alrighty, let's go. All right, our first aero suspended coaster in the books. This is a very rare model. Yeah, not a lot of these out there. What did you think?
Oh, very bat-like indeed. I liked it. We sat in the back, so I think the forces were a little more powerful. The swinging was really fun, and that initial drop was actually like a little thrilling. So.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that in a good way. Very well paced throughout. More intense than I thought it would be. Just swooping turns into the woods there. It was just really fun. I wish it would be a little bit longer, but whatever, no
Yeah.
big deal. Overall, I had a great time on that. That's a lot better than I thought
I
it
like
was
the
going to be.
setting.
Yeah,
We had to walk kind of like off the beaten path. Like we are in the middle of the woods right now, as you can tell. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's just a nice little flight through the woods. Yeah, just swinging side to side.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting coaster. I love it.
Fun and unique.
All right, I got the fountains on now. The sun is out. It's looking more lively at the entrance now. Can't be amusement park without a Starbucks.
Somehow.
That looks like fun.
And we love fest houses here at Adventure Park.
We love a good fest house. Besides Pinocchio, screw that guy.
Oh yeah. A liar, you can't trust him.
Adventure Park. So yeah, looks like Kings Island has some pretty loose theming actually, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like a little loose theming.
Yeah.
It does remind me a lot of King's Dominion, and I think that makes sense. I mean, they are brother and sister parks, I suppose.
Yep. They both got that Eiffel Tower and the same exact entrance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you rather have an island or a dominion?
I would like an island dominion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. All right, looks like it's open, and here we go. This should be fun. Well, so much for the park not being busy. Looks like lines are starting to form. Oh well. Isn't Project X that like movie about that high school party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to shut it down.
Can't be serious. This is a great party.
Either shut it down or I'm calling the cops.
I don't know where, but actually it might be the right one. See that peak?
All right, just got off Orion. Kind of a giga coaster, not really. The drop is 300 feet, but it's not 300 feet tall, so
It looks really tall to me.
I wouldn't consider it a giga coaster. But how was that ride for you?
It was fun, but a bit underwhelming, I think. The hype around this is intense, and people kind of compare it to Fury 325, and I don't think that there's really any comparison there. So, a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, Fury 325 destroys this thing. The first drop is amazing. Great eject airtime on that. I mean floater airtime on that. And then that first like over bank like turn hill thing like does not deliver at all. Like the first element after the big drop to not deliver, that's not good. There are a few good pops of airtime later on in the layout. I'll give it that. And like the helix, like no forces there either. Like Kayla was saying, like it's a bit lackluster.
A little overrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I honestly, in this park so far, I prefer Diamondback.
Yep, that's probably been the most fun we've had today, I guess. And I really like Banshee. I know I like that more than you, but yeah. So.
I mean, it's still a good ride, don't get me wrong. And it does have over 5,000 feet of track, but still feels kind of short somehow.
That was strange too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
I thought it was over quick.
Yeah, definitely. But it is a solid ride. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It's a very fun ride. Just was expecting a little bit more.
We were in the second row. Maybe if we get into the back or something, it'll be a little more intense. We'll try to get on it.
Yeah, road change might definitely help. But yeah, it's definitely no Fury.
No.
But kind of knew that coming in. All right, I think we got to try to find some wooden roller coasters. There's apparently like 2 really good ones in this park. Let's go try to find those. I guess we must be getting close to the beast.
Tracking the beast.
Up. Look at that. That's awesome. I love how they do this. It's quite the foot size.
That is foreboding.
All right, I'm close.
Pretty close.
Almost. Yep, pretty much the same. Well, that was weird.
That was weird. I feel like it's just long for the sake of being long, you know? Like, it just kind of meandered.
It's a very unique roller coaster. Longest wooden roller coaster in the world there, over 7,300 feet of track, which is cool. It's got 2 lift hills on there. We were in the front row and like, there's like weird straight track parts that like the wheels are like bouncing up and down on the track, and then it goes into like a trim, so like it slows down. And it's like very kind of like awkward pacing. The second half is definitely the best part. The biggest drop is like not steep at all. It's like 18 degrees and you're not taking it straight down. You're like on like a slight angle. Like it's super weird. But then after that, it's the best part of the ride. It's that helix through both tunnels there. And that was definitely, it like speeds through those pretty quickly, which is very nice.
And just like hand chopper moments and stuff like that. So I appreciated the speed in some parts. I appreciated it going through the woods, but I think I was expecting a little bit more.
I think being in the woods is the magic, especially at night. So
Definitely.
yeah, we'll have to give that a go later tonight for sure.
Yes. So.
Alrighty, let's go try to find Mystic Timbers. I think I see it right in front of us, actually. All right. All right, it's time. My most anticipated coaster. I'm digging the vibes already. Spooky vibes. Spooky vibes in the woods.
Spooky Blair Witch vibes. Reggie's a hater on it.
Blair Witch sucked, sorry.
I was 9 years old and I thought it was scary and cool.
No, I must have been 8 years old then, and
Found film footage.
I thought it was dumb because it wasn't scary at all.
Whatever. Yeah.
Your hair's looking pretty snarly there.
Roller coaster care, don't care. Except for I care immensely, but
She does care.
I care immensely.
Mystic Timbers. This is the ride I've been looking most forward to at Kings Island. And
Spooky.
it is spooky. The shed. Nah, we'll get to the shed. But that's a fantastic GCI wooden roller coaster. I can see why it's people's favorite GCI. I'm not quite sure it's mine. It might be. Probably after a night ride, it will be. I do love Thunderhead a lot at Dollywood.
That's hard to beat.
But it's very close right now. The twisted first drop on this is amazing. Pacing is impeccable.
Oh, absolutely.
Like eject your airtime all throughout into the woods. Oh, I love this thing.
It's smoother than I thought it was going to be.
We were in the last row, glass smooth. Glass smooth. Yeah, it holds its speed very well all the way up into the end. The shed is kind of disappointing. I'm not sure what happened in there. They were playing like weird music, and then there was like a tree monster.
It was spooky at first, but we got stuck. So I think there was like a dispatch issue.
There might have been a dispatch issue. We were in the shed for probably longer than we should have been, I think. But
so then I went from being like, this is kind of spooky and cool to like, this is broken, and I kind of came out of the element a little bit. And then when they showed the scary tree monster, I was like, oh, well, I'm mentally done already. With the ride. Like,
Yeah.
it's over now.
But yeah, no, this is a fantastic.
But yeah,
the roller coaster
the roller
though
coaster
is
is great.
fantastic. Yeah. Kind of want to ride that again.
Yeah, I also want to ride that. But we have to take a bathroom break.
Bathroom break first. Yeah, this is sad. I was actually really hoping to ride this one.
Yeah, I like these rides. They're fun.
Yeah, one of the best themed discos I've ever seen.
Here, look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
He's ready to go.
Get up there with him. Do your thing. Do your thing, girl. Oh my God.
Really extensive land.
Yeah, this is like the best amusement park for kids.
So I was thinking about when I was a kid, like how I would have loved everything.
Yeah, this is a kitty whip. They have a kitty whip. It's crazy. Yeah, I had Bugs Bunny Land at Six Flags Great Adventure, and that's got nothing on this. We had like 3 rides in a ball pit, maybe. This is like, wow.
I had a smattering of random rides at Great Escape. There was not even a kiddie land when I was a kid. It was just random rides strewn about the park.
They have 2 roller coasters, and they're kitty land. That's very impressive, yeah. If you have children, young children, Kings Island is a great park for you. This turf is so soft.
So bouncy.
Beagle Scout Acres, little play area for the youngins. If you're into that kind of thing. If having kids is your thing, or even if it's not and you got stuck with them, you know.
Then they would like that.
Bring them here, yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool down there. And this is almost designed as if we expect them to fall, which we do.
Yeah, I would love. Actually, like, yeah, this is like I could sleep on this. It's like bouncy.
Throw yourself to the ground and see how it catches you. With a soft fall test, perfect. Thanks, Snoopy. Thank you. Best beagle in the game.
Yeah, I say so.
Yep.
Name a more famous beagle.
I dare you. Here we go. We gotta win Kenobi a prize. He's been a very good boy this trip. All right, Reggie, show us what you got.
I'm trying.
You got this.
That was hard. All right.
Reggie was really good at darts in college. I don't know what happened.
I used to be good, yeah.
Woo!
There's one.
Woo!
There's two.
Nice.
You can get one of the mediums.
One surprise. Well, Reggie won surprises for Kenobi.
Yeah, I rocked the darts game over there. I got 2 out of 3. Got the polar bear. We also got a shark. Kenobi deserves these.
He does. He's been a very good boy. We can't wait to see him. I miss him. Tie-dye shirts we were looking at earlier.
These are the shirts.
Yeah. But we're getting these too.
Yeah, we'll get them at the end of the day. Yeah, that's sick.
Unless they don't have my size, which is probable.
Well, they're starting with extra large, so.
Not a good
I see
sign.
shorter ones in the back. This one specifically. This one specifically. Seems to be the smallest one. We found it.
The closest I'm getting to the shirt I want. This happened at Holiday World too.
It's like a baby's extra small.
Yep, not my size, but you wear a belly shirt maybe.
Go for it.
It's either that or like a men's extra large. So
We got the shirts.
we got our shirts, guys.
I found the only small in the entire park.
My Banshee shirt.
We got
look
him.
really cool in it.
We're gonna look dope.
So cool.
Alright, up next we're gonna check out Drop Tower. That is a great name for a drop tower.
Yeah, clever. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, they're very upfront about it. That's what it is. Yep.
Very honest, no lies.
I would say Drop Tower is a very solid drop tower.
It's really cool. I like that you spin around too while you go up, so you kind of get a 360 in the park, which is very nice.
Yep.
forceful, fun. They keep you up there for a long time, so the anticipation is really
Yeah,
good.
you're out there for like 30 seconds, so
Yeah.
the anticipation builds up. I kind of like that, yeah. So, yeah, solid drop tower. There's better. There's definitely worse, though. So, yep. Now, I think I'm heading over to Invertigo. Line was a little bit long earlier. I think it's a bit shorter now, so.
And I'm going to skip it. I'm having a good day, and I hurt my head on those, so I'm not even attempting it.
She's going to sit this one out. I'll do it by myself. So I just got off in Vertigo there, and yeah, I don't think you would have liked that one too much.
I made the right decision. I
Yeah.
didn't want to hit my head.
Definitely some headbanging for sure, but I kind of enjoyed it actually. Really, really strong positive G's on that Cobra roll. Going backwards, it was fine. Going forwards though, the second lap, I grayed out a little bit, so it was pretty intense. I don't know if the heat has something to do with that. But yeah, I rode with this family of 3. These kids were freaking out. And the dad was also freaking out a little bit, so it was pretty funny.
Maybe their first boomerang.
It's like a cross between like a regular Vekoma boomerang and a Vekoma SLC, but like way smoother than both of those models. So yeah, like, but still, there is slight headbanging for sure.
Is this your favorite boomerang?
The Snoobies count?
Snoopies count.
I think I like Invertigo a little better than Snoobies. It's a lot more intense, a lot rougher though. Right up next, Adventure Express, Parks Mine Train. All right, so that's a very, very cool mine train, I think.
Well-themed.
Very well themed, yeah, like to like Aztec, like Mayan temples or something like that. That last indoor scene, that was very, very cool, yeah. A bit janky, for sure. We were towards the back of the train, but smoother than a lot of other mine trains. I'd say this is one of the better ones for sure.
Yeah, just the theming does take it up a notch, but I guess if I knew it was going to be that rough, I personally would have skipped it, but I'm glad we did it because I got to see cool things.
Yeah, no, good time. Alrighty, on to the next. All right, our favorite game. Let's go. All right, we got to talk about boot blasters here at Kings Island.
Do we?
That is the worst version of that I have ever been on,
Yeah.
by far.
I don't know.
No
what that's
lasers,
for,
no lasers
but-
on the guns.
Yeah.
I had 2 in my hand, and my left one, like, nothing at all. Set pieces, like, aren't working. It's just...
Really lackluster. Like, I was definitely bored.
I think it was fine probably when it opened, but they need to fix everything in there. Yeah, that one is just...
We're not claiming to be sharpshooters, but I'm not utterly inept either, so.
Yeah, exactly. Even, like, when I was, like, 2 feet away from me, like... Nothing. I know I'm hitting the target, but nothing. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, whatever. We got out of the heat for a second, so.
Oh, the air conditioning was the best part. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Don't fix it then if that's the reason it's here.
But yeah, no, that one needs
A little TLC.
some. All right, time for some grub.
Grand and Grill.
We heard good things about Grand and Grill here, right at the front of the park. It must be at the front of the park for a reason. Let's give it a shot. So you can do all this right here. Sounds like right up our alley.
Yes.
Yes, yes. All right, got our dinner. I got the honey soy glazed beef, mac and cheese for the side, and some naan bread.
I got these Asian pork skewers. These are really good. And some fried rice and naan bread as well.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying everything.
The rice is okay, but the naan bread and the pork is really good.
All right, I said we did pretty good here.
Yeah, that was really good.
I cleaned up. You almost finished.
I almost did. The pork was really, really good. The rice was a little dry, but I like the flavor, and I love naan bread, so I'm happy.
Everything I had was really good. The mac and cheese, the beef, the honey soy glazed beef was very, very tasty.
Yep. So I definitely recommend this.
Yeah, the naan bread as well.
Yep.
Alrighty, time to swing.
That was fine.
All right, Windseeker. Fantastic views up there.
Yeah, nice and relaxing too, and the breeze was welcomed.
Yeah, I got to see more of the beast than I have ever had before. That thing is deep in the woods, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you're just reminded of how in the forest you actually are when you're up there.
Yeah, that was a nice refresher. The breeze was very cool up there on this hot day. I do prefer the star flyers with the chains.
I agree.
They're a lot more thrilling. Yeah, they swing in the wind and stuff like that, and like they're very terrifying. I felt too safe in this one.
I never felt in danger.
But that being said, yeah, again, like great views, yeah, fun ride. We wanted to take it easy after eating that big meal, so that was a good place to start. Now back to the coasters. Alright, kind of ride Flight of Fear and currently down.
Not the end of the world. We've been on one
The King's
at
Dominion version,
exactly.
yeah, so I think it is an exact clone, yeah. And this is probably better anyway, so let's go do this. When in Rome. I've never seen anything like this.
That is a very unique arcade game.
You are the claw.
Become the claw.
Who's in charge here?
2 hours later.
Hey guys, it's been a while. So we've been getting a bunch of re-rides on all these roller coasters, and it's been nuts. Orion a few times. Just got back on Diamondback like 6 times. It's a very convenient location, like right in the middle of the park. Everywhere we look, it's like, oh, Diamondback.
We'll do that again.
We might as well just do it again. Yeah, that thing is hauling, yeah. We just did a re-ride on Banshee, back row, and I have to make an addendum to my review earlier. The intensity that was lacking earlier is certainly there now. The back row ride on that is fantastic.
That was incredibly intense. I was screaming the whole time. I had a blast. I'm super happy about my shirt purchase now. I'm vindicated. I loved it. We'd get on it again, but now we're prioritizing the wooden coasters in the night.
Yeah, we got about an hour left, and we got to head toward the wooden coasters here, obviously, because apparently they are magnificent night rides,
So we're here.
which I can see because they're in the middle of the woods. You know how I know that? Because I can't get any footage of them. So sorry about that, but what can I do? So yeah, Banshee, I apologize. It's a fantastic invert. I still don't like the vest restraints.
Me neither, but
That's never changing.
I make do.
Yeah, still nowhere near my favorite BM invert, but it's a very, very good ride.
Had a blast.
All right, off to the woodies. Alrighty, it's getting dark.
Getting dark and human.
Here we go.
Guy grabs me and escapes for a line.
And we're back to the hotel room.
Family's back together.
Yep. We got Kenobi from the pet resort. You had a great day?
Yeah, they said he was a good boy.
Yes, you were. Oh, yes, you were.
He's happy to be home. Take home.
His
Temporary
temporary 2-night home, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he had a big day. He's pretty tired.
Yes.
That's good.
We'll let him relax.
So yeah, we had to kind of rush out of there to get him. So at the end of our night, we went to Mystic Timbers, got 2 rides on that.
Awesome.
Awesome night rides. That's my favorite ride in the park. Absolutely. So we got 2 night rides on that, like second row and back row. And at that point it was like 9:30. So we started heading over to the Beast for that legendary night ride. And apparently, I did not know this, they close the line at 9:30 for like fireworks preparation. And then
And through the fireworks, I believe.
no, it was weird because like the fireworks didn't start till 10, but she was like, if you're back in line before 10 o'clock, you can ride. I was like, this is a pretty weird system. I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. But she also mentioned that the line was already 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
So if we got in line at 10, it would have been 11 o'clock by the time we got out, and we had appointment to pick him up at 10:15. So that really wasn't an option for us, unfortunately. So we just rode Mystic Timbers 2 more times.
Oh no.
Oh no. And I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I am happy we got out of there when we did because I did miss Kenobi.
Yeah, it was a long day for us. I'm sure it was a long day for him as well. Let's talk about Kings Island.
So much fun. Wow.
We had a fantastic day at Kings Island. What a ride lineup.
Yeah, definitely.
Mystic Timbers is a fantastic GCI wooden coaster.
Absolutely. Diamondback was so cool. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. And you had re-rides on that, especially in the back. What a fantastic ride.
Top tier B&M Hyper for sure.
Absolutely.
And Orion was a bit disappointing, I'm not going to lie.
I think that's because of the hype that we went into it with.
Yeah, being a Giga Coaster and all, and the only Giga Coaster, actually, the 2 Giga Coasters we've been on are Intimidator 305, which is now Project 305, or whatever the hell they're going to name it next year, we'll see, and Fury 325, which are world-class roller coasters.
Exactly, there's no comparison there.
And it doesn't compete at all. The first drop is amazing, but the next 2 big elements, like those big like air overbank turns, they do nothing. So to have the 2 big elements after your first drop, like not deliver at all,
I would have liked more airtime.
it's kind of a shame. Yeah, and after that, like there are airtime hills that do give you good airtime after the fact towards the later end of the layout there, but at the beginning it's just it's I don't know, it's duds kind of. So yeah, that's not great. But I mean, it is a fantastic ride still. Like
exactly, like anywhere else, it would probably be the best ride in the park.
It's a B&M Giga coaster, right? So it's fine for what it is. Banshee.
I love Banshee.
Banshee's a good time. My first ride on it in the morning in the front row, it just wasn't doing it for me, honestly. But when I got on it later in the back row, the intensity certainly picked up, and it's a fantastic B&M invert.
Yeah, that initial drop is amazing. I think it's the steepest probably on a B&M invert.
It feels like it, that I've been on, Because normally they swoop around and drop down. This one just comes straight down, like it's fun, and you just get pulled down when you're in the back row. That's a back row coaster for me for sure. Flight of Fear we didn't get to go on because it was closed when we were trying to, which is fine because it's a clone from King's Dominion, and we've been on that one, so we've done that. Backlot Stun Coaster, we skipped that because we've been on that as well. Also,
and
like
not
King's
one of our
Dominion.
favorites.
Yeah, exactly. We had other things to prioritize, like 8 rides on Diamondback. You can't blame us, right? The Bat, that was a very pleasant surprise. The tallest and fastest orange roller coaster at Kings Island. The swing side to side in the back row there, that was really fun.
That was cool. Kind of unexpected. I liked it more than I thought I was going to, but I wouldn't run back to it again, especially in a park that is so steep.
That has so many good roller coasters. Great ride through the woods with the swooping turns. A lot more intense than I thought it was going to be, so very pleasantly surprised there. Operations we have not mentioned today because overall they were very good. They were very little, like crowds were low today, which I think helped. I didn't notice anything too terrible with operations. Not the best I've seen, but not bad either. Everybody was doing a pretty good job.
Polite.
Yeah, staff was very friendly at Kings Island. Yeah. Well, actually, one employee at Orion said that we could bring our bags up into the station. When we got there, the employee was like, "Yeah, no, you can't do this," but he was so kind enough to take our stuff and put it into the little operator's booth there for us. So he didn't have to do that, but he did.
Yes, I'm so happy we didn't have to get out of line and come back because we probably did wait about a half an hour or so in the heat, so it would have really sucked to have to do all that again.
Yeah, that was probably our longest line of the day.
I think so,
That first ride on Orion, like a lot of other operators would have just sent us back, you got to get out of line.
You didn't follow the rules.
I've seen it happen before, but he was nice enough to just hold on to it for us, and that was great. Overall, the park was very, very clean as well too.
Yep, didn't notice anything gross. The bathrooms were also pretty clean, so I appreciate that.
There's some loose theming going on with countries there. I
I
enjoy
like
that. Yeah.
The new Camp Snoopy area is like, it's beautiful. It's immaculate. Very nice. You can tell they really paid attention to detail there.
Yeah, between Camp Snoopy and the Planet Snoopy that was already there. If I was a kid and this was my home park, I would be going nuts. Like that's amazing.
That's like one of the biggest, maybe best kids areas we've seen. Maybe not the prettiest, but definitely the best because it's just so big and so immersive.
And it's also kind of pretty too. Yeah,
It
like
is.
it's very, especially at night. Like I was lit up there.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic area for children. It's like a whole like children's theme park. Like
Yeah,
essentially,
it's big
like
enough that it is. Yeah.
it's pretty sprawling. Yeah. I got
Surprise
bamboozled
or
into
two.
playing some games, some darts. Kenobi, come here.
Kenobi, we got you a present.
Up here.
Daddy played a dart game and won something for you. Bam! It's a Christmas bear.
Christmas bear.
Christmas bear for you. Ooh. He's like, I'll take this. Investigate. Crazy orange shark. Ah.
Nope. You caught his attention.
Kenobi, we got another toy. Look at 2 toys. Come on. Oh, he's got his bear. He's like, well, I don't know which one to play with now. Look at that one's for you too. He's like, nice, I made out really well.
Yeah, you did. 2 little toys.
Wow.
Those are gonna last about 30 seconds.
Yep, but he deserves it.
He sure does.
He was a good boy.
He's the best boy.
Rides, games, food, entertainment.
It's a big park.
It is.
Walking around that thing all day,
Lots
like.
of stores, lots of everything.
What was your favorite ride there?
Diamondback and Mystic Timbers are really, really, really close. It's hard for me to tell. I would definitely say third is Banshee and the coolest shirt. So that speaks for itself.
That is a sweet logo.
Yeah, I'm really happy. What about you? I already know.
Yeah, it's Mystic
Yeah.
Timbers, obviously. I'm a sucker for a great Woody.
He was screaming with joy on this thing. Like, I wish you could have heard him.
We ended the night on a perfect ride, backseat on Mystic Timbers, and like could not see. Well, I mean, you could barely see, but it's so good at night.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane the pacing on that ride. I love it so much. That's a top Woody for me.
We got
It would be my favorite ride of this trip so far if I hadn't been on the voyage just a few
Exactly.
days earlier.
Like, this is one of the best wooden coasters I've ever been on. But yeah, the Voyage is number 1 now.
All right, so yeah, on that note, we are exhausted. We're gonna wrap
bedtime.
We're gonna wrap this day up. Me, Kayla, Kenobi, we're all tired. Yeah, stay away from that wardrobe. I'm not doing that again.
I can't do Narnia. That is the last thing I could handle.
Not right now. I'm not going in after you right now.
I mean, we would, but ugh,
I'd have to, I
exhausted.
guess. You guys have no idea what it was like. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, make sure to like, comment, and if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss any future theme park content here on Adventure Parks. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.